As we always do on our preview shows, we ranked all these guys in the preseason here without conference affiliation, no East, no West. We're just doing straight 14 through 1. We're going to break this down for you, why we have all these teams in their places, tell you how each team can do better, and put the best players available for each of these teams and talk about it. Number 3, Tennessee. Now, there is a lot to like about this team. They brought in a ton of talent. They lost a little bit. AJ, tell us what your thoughts are on this Tennessee ball club here at 3. I know you had them higher.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts are I had Tennessee preseason number 1 in the SEC. I have them winning the SEC. They just return talent on both sides of the ball, experienced talent. The transfers they bring in guys like Billy Amick, who are All-American caliber transfers. The Cameron Peebles also go in there just to fill a position of need for them, which is huge. The roster is unreal, built for that ballpark. They're built to just drop the back shoulder and lift. And then the pitching staff that they have, Drew Beam, he's probably going to get the chance to be their Friday night guy, and he's thrown like it over the past couple of years. He just hasn't had to be. He is, for my money, probably the best returning starting pitcher in the SEC. And he can pitch in that ballpark. He can have success there. And Xander Zekrist, he's coming back. He will have success on the mound for them. It's a complete team. Of course, injuries can undo anything. But looking at it on paper right now, I'm a huge believer in Tennessee this year.
My big question mark still is the weekend rotation for this team. I'm concerned that they don't have enough experience there. Beam's great. I have no issue there. I'm just wondering, if Nate Snead, the transfer from Wichita State, if he's going to be the guy that they throw in on Sundays. Not a lot of SEC experience. It's a lot different being successful at Wichita State versus coming to the SEC. Noah, what do you think on this Tennessee ball club? I know that we love Coach Vitello. What else do you like about this team?
Well, first we got to talk about Tony. No, I'm just kidding. We love Tony Vitello. The culture there is kind of changing. We saw last year, at least we kind of heard some rumors that maybe things weren't as great as they appeared in the locker room, and we're still talking about a team that played in Omaha. Drew Beam is, of course, fantastic. I know AJ talked about him. Blake Burke is back, that Ken Griffey swing that people get into arguments about on Twitter. Christian Moore's back. Zane Denton's back. This is a team that, like AJ said, is built for that ballpark, and they bring back that experience offensively. And Peebles and Amick coming in, great ACC transfers. Those were big wins in the portal for that we almost kind of forgot about because they were so quick. Tony Vitello steps into living rooms and he gets players on his team. And this is a team that, like AJ said, I was at one point really high on this Tennessee team, but I think because they struck gold in the portal so early, you almost overlook this team now, which I think is right where Tony wants to be, because I don't know if either of you have heard this comment, but in a press conference in Omaha, Tony said, hey, don't rank us number 1 next year, okay, please? So we're not. You're welcome, Tony.
They're not number 1 in our poll. They are the number 3 team. We have a lot to love about this Tennessee ball club, but we have them here at 3 because there's 2 other teams that are also very good in the SEC.